Happy Love Month! Welcome back to my YouTube platform. I'm Mount Zion and this is Princess Embankana. So today we're gonna have our last February love series. Alright, are you ready for our new topic of the day? Yes, let's get into it. So, on our first day, we talked about the essence of love, which is God, because we had to really have the true meaning of love, how God has poured his heart and his love toward us, even though we did not deserve it. And then we had to talk about the unconditional love and how we can embody that agape love so that we can give it to others. And our third series, we had to talk about love being both feelings and action. We need compassion like Jesus saw and had compassion on others, so he acted with a goodwill to help those who are around him that are in need of help, and exactly what we had to do as children of God. So today we're going to talk about something more different when it comes to love, and it's love in relationship, in singleness and dating, and that is for the purpose of marriage. All right, so what is love when it comes to being a single person and looking forward to dating for the purpose of marriage? Or else if it's not for the purpose of marriage and just all a distraction and you wasting your time, and God does not waste time on himself and waste time on his creatures. All right, so let's get into it. So our first part of this series will be embracing your singleness season. All right, embrace your season of singleness. All right, how can I embrace my season of singleness? And you want to talk about love. Well, first of all, in Colossians chapter 3 verse 14 says, but above all these things, put on love, which is the bond of perfection, and let the peace of God rule in your heart, to which also you were called in one body, and be thankful. Because we are children of God and we live in one body. All of us, we make up one body, and to live accordingly and effectively, we have to, we need love. We need to clothe our, wear love. We need to clothe ourselves with love. And we also have to delight ourselves in the Lord, because he promised that everything else will come after. When you seek the kingdom of God first, everything will be catching you. All right, so you don't have to worry. Singleness is not a disease, it's not a curse, it's not all those things that people had to put in your mind as if you are a failure if you are single. No, this is a great opportunity where you put your priorities straight and you want to determine who you are, what you want to be in life, and who God has called you to be, because God will highlight everything about you. You might think you know everything, but God's gonna be like, let me show you this aspect of your life. And once God show you this aspect of your life, you're like, oh, thank God I didn't go or get into this relationship. I didn't get in, I wasn't fast to or too quick or rush into a relationship because of this aspect of my life. So once you know who God is, once you get to have that strong relationship with God, it gets easier to know the partner of your life, the person that you want to spend your life with, and who you want to become. And and it's just good to seek God first. All right, and we have Song of Solomon chapter 3 verse 5. This is very feminine. It says, I charge you, O daughters of Jerusalem, by the gazelles of, or by the doors of the field, do not stir up nor awaken love until it pleases. All right, this is something that we have to know as children of God, that we cannot awaken something when it's not time. Even when it comes to finding a job, to finding something, everything has to do with the timing of God, because God knows us. He knows in the future what's going to happen. God has warned me from certain people in my life that I wanted to, that came to me and everything, that we talked and everything, but God was like, be careful. And he would show me. Sometimes God may not show you exactly what's gonna happen, but he would tell you to obey him. And later on the line, you will understand, oh, God really preserved my life, or preserved the other person. Really, maybe I was not ready, maybe something down the line would have happened. And thirdly, 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 33 to 34. But he who is married cares about the things of the world, how he may please his wife. There is a difference between a wife and a virgin. The unmarried woman cares about the things of the Lord, that she may be holy both in body and in spirit. But she who is married cares about the things of the world, how she may please her husband. It just said that when you are not married, you have more free time. You know, I'm not saying that you shouldn't get married, you won't be free, you won't know. It's just that you don't have a lot of responsibilities as the other person. You don't compromise with other things. As the ladies or the people that are married, you are free to do whatever you want to do. And also God, there are some things, you know, when it comes to ministry, God can call you to do certain things that require your undivided attention. All right. And one thing I want to also advise when it comes to being single is that do not let anybody tell you that being single makes you less favored or second in line in the society. No, God gives you value for who you are and who he is inside of you, not this world. You have value. There are people that have been married and until today they do not have that real value. They do not know who they are. All right, and their marriage is just falling out apart. That doesn't mean, if it was all true that marriage is first valuable and everything, then everybody that is married would never divorce. Everything would be perfect and there would be no chaos in marriage. But it is not the case. So only God gets to define if you are valuable or not. But God defined that you are valuable because of Jesus Christ in you. And 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 12, it said, don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. Yes, it says when you are young, when people look at you as inferior because you don't have a certain qualities or a certain maturity or certain things or aspect of your life. No, this is the time where you have to build your character, you build yourself. I know this is really hard, you know, being single. You just like, you want to have a person and partner and everything. You want to be respected and all that. It will come in time. Don't rush just because they say you have to be in a relationship in order to live this type of life. No, God has everything planned for you. You have to obey him. Don't be too early, don't be too late. Follow God's timing and everything will be great with you. It is hard. I'm single. It is hard. But I trust God and I thank God for the experiences that I had, that I've been growing even much more, getting to know who I am, getting to love people, getting to know exactly what is my calling, and getting to set real standard, not fake standard, not the worst standard, but the standard that God wants me to follow, because the person that's gonna come in my life has to be compatible to the calling of my life. All right, and also for your life.